Okay. I'm back here today on Showdown. A little action. This guy's got a filthy stall. Even this is like, that's some fake stall. Alomomola, and then the fastest guy ever, and the priority guy. The most priority guy ever. But anyways, back here today. We're watching the official ladder tournament together on stream. So I need everybody to get in here right now and start watching. Yesterday I also streamed this for about 2.5 hours, and that was a blast. I'm gonna try and stream this as many days as I can, which basically if I'm home and I don't have to go out and do nothing, I would like to ideally stream this every day, because this tour is only for a month where the ladder is this active. You could watch all these fun games and see crazy stuff. I don't know if y'all remember, but yesterday the first game we saw was some dude winning with Quiver Dance Ribombi in OU at like 1900s. This ladder is absolutely bizarre. So we gotta stay, you know, we gotta stay watching, stay vigilant. Luna, can you pause the stream? I'm catching up on yesterday's stream. Only if you drop the 5 members, Jonathan. Jonathan, you're not even membered up. Talking about some stop the stream. Respect needs to be had. Shout out for my boy Tony. Thank you so much for 14 months. I feel like you missed up for like more than a year or two at this point, but appreciate you, gang. Yeah, I feel like it's been more than 2 years. 14 months seems light. You the GOAT though. Thank you, bro. That did nothing. That damage did absolutely nothing. That sigh noise. 63 is that not crazy damage? Is this like a defensive Venusaur or like mad HP on the Venusaur? Dondozo's nuts. Going Dondozo's actually is diabolical. Oh my god. This guy made Lord plays to outplay that shit. What the fuck? I mean, it's gonna get Healing Wished and returned anyway. Returned anyways, but Slowking's gonna go back to full HP. Now he might have played that cold. Don't get burned on Slowking though. That might be nasty. I saw Mabostiff and Jolteon on the same high ladder team yesterday. OLT has a crazy time. That shit doesn't even make sense. Mabostiff, I had a good time with Mabostiff the few times I used it on video. Was that guy good? Signs point to no. But he tried his best. So I'm not mad at it. Opinion on the Guangdong Tigers? I'm trying out for them very soon, so be on the lookout for that from me. Alright, sacks the Venusaur there. So he's putting it all on the Ceruledge. I don't think it's enough though. I don't think it's enough. Like the stream if you think it's not enough. I mean, the Ceruledge could be Solar Blade, so it could be enough. I see Dozo at 59. I see a very weakened team. I see a fully Spadef Ting Lu. It could get active. Ladies and gentlemen, is Ceruledge gonna bring this back in the greatest game we've ever seen? Is Ceruledge gonna bring the 2-6 reverse? Ninetales comes in here. Okay. Oop, I got a notification. What the hell? Comes in on Brave Bird. That is going to be the end. That was a great Brave Bird. That was a super smart Brave Bird. I mean, he's Terra what? Terra Grass? Terra Fighting? I think he's Terra Fighting, if I had to guess. I could be Terra... what do these run? Could be Terra Fairy. It's getting tense. The excitement is killing me, gang. Okay. So, he went for Bitter Blade and just died. He had Solar Blade too? Why the fuck? Yeah, he just got owned when the dude Brave Birded on the Switch. I understand why he switched though. That's pretty tough. Sun is good, but I don't think what's it called? They have many good outs versus that Slowking Terra Water Ting Lu team. Because Slowking can just position correctly and just keep on clicking Chilly Reception. Yo, I started playing this week. Do you have any tips on improving? Well, if you only played for a week, you probably got so much to learn. Like it's like the game will be overwhelming for a long time, to be honest. Even if you think you know, there's so much there. But you should just keep playing and keep on like watching games. And then you'll just, because Pokemon is just for me at least, it's a pattern recognition type thing. Like the same things work, so then you remember to do those things, and the things that don't work you remember, and then that's that. Number 1 at the moment is Crying with 2143, crazy high points. And then Vertex number 2 right below that. And then Nat is number 3. And then the elo falls off a little bit, but the cutoff is pretty high. Yesterday's cutoff was 1988. Today it's 2017. So it's only gonna go up too as the days get closer. I believe this tournament ends, or this cycle ends on this is the first of 4 cycles. So there's four laddering weeks. The next week you'll see that it'll be like LT with like a different numbers or whatever to identify, but it'll be what's it called? I think it ends on Saturday. I think there's 1 week, and then there's 4 weeks of this. So basically a month of this this ladder tournament, and then we get to see what's new. We get to see. I mean, I like that the ladder is constantly changing and evolving due to there being like the metagame changes because of this ladder tournament, more or less. That's why I'm into it, because I like seeing the meta change a little bit. The meta's been stale for quite a while now, so that's how I feel. Am I tapping in every week? Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream as much as I can. I feel like this is pretty entertaining to stream. Like, I like watching mons in general. That high level shit is always fun. I mean, ladder is like funny. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that ladder's like the peak, but this is the only time you'll ever see the ladder get to this high every year. The ladder only gets to this high, like 2200, once a year, and it's during this time. You know, this game is pretty boring. I'm not gonna hold you. At least they're not running cheese strategies. I don't think stall is even that good. I mean, I think Dondozo and Gliscor are good, but stall as a whole is like whatever. But we're seeing a lot of Veil and webs. Life Orb Torn is the biggest shape up the ladder has saw from World Cup. That's actually a great shout out. Life Orb Torn is absolutely crazy. We see that shit so much. Nasty Plot, Bleak Wind, Heat Wave, Grass Knot. It's a good set, you know? I wasn't sure what to expect at first. I thought, like, whatever, this is a lame set, because I don't like having to risk hitting the attacks, but it gets so many chances to set up and cheese through. It feels like it gets unlimited chances to just set up a Nasty Plot, switch out, come back. You just have to make sure rocks are off the field, obviously, but it's not that difficult, right? So, this team is crazy, by the way. This gets 6-0'd by Darkrai. Like, lead. This is the worst team ever. I hope Game Freak releases another mythical mon just to make us Smogon players feel something. Shh, bruh. Hurricane is such a bull move. I hate that thing. Bro, back in the day, people were really running offensive Tornadus. I was one of those guys running offensive Tornadus on some crazy shit. Back in Gen 6, I used to run that Life Orb Torn. That set is... Bro, you're filthy if you run a set like that, where you just hope Hurricane hits. Bleak Wind at least is 80% accurate, but if it's not 100, you just know. I'm going to try next cycle. I think I might experiment with Deoxys Speed. Good luck, my boy. I hope you flourish. It ain't easy on this side of the ladder, gangster, but you'll be fine. Focus! That's all I ask from you. Focus. You'll be good, bro. Enjoy. This remix I got in the background's pretty tough. Saw a guy get 6-0'd by Araquanid because he missed Hurricane 6 times in a row. Bro, it could happen to you. Be safe out there. Specs Torn and Rain is fun. CTC be using that shit. He loves, oh, he's gonna Thunderclap again. Yeah. And now you attack. Oh, better than me. I would have been gone Tusk if I was gonna predict all this so many times. Yeah, I was gonna say, why not just go Tusk if you're gonna predict that shit? This guy lost now. This Mo Guay, he's cooked. Because Rapid Spin's getting clicked here. Yeah. He already lost after that. I might use my Blossom tech I made. I 6-0'd 5 people yesterday with it. Damn. You're not joking around. What's your take on the team sharing topic that BKC talked about? That shit is pretty troll to me. Yeah. People should have access to good teams. Why would you want a team? Why would you want a competitive game that isn't at the highest level it could be at? That doesn't make sense. That goes against a competitive game. So I'm like extremely against it. For every year of my tournament career, I brought teams that everybody knew that were like years old. To this day, I do that. So still don't really have a problem. Like, the game is about playing. Team building is it's very cool. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can build a cool team, and that is a respectable thing. Team building is part of the game, but that's not going to win you the game. Winning comes from playing. So that's how I've always felt. Like, that's how I said in videos back in the day too. Playing wins the game. I play the battle and I win via my plays. I win with some horrible teams back in the day. So that's how I see it. Like, I don't know why you would when I first started playing Mons, and I'm talking so long ago, like a decade ago. I mean, even in Gen 6 and 7, I built my occasional team and like brought it to a tournament or whatnot, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I have a good idea, let me make this work. But it doesn't interest me that much. How do you get better at team building? You just keep on building. It's like actually mad easy. When I used to make my own teams in Gen 6 and early Gen 5, I don't know what this background music is, but this shit gotta go. But I would literally use the online team composition websites like Maryland.com team builder, and I would put in the Pokemon, and it would tell you what Pokemon, like what typing you're, like you have multiple Pokemon weak to, multiple resists, and I would deadass use that website. And then you would at least be good against the common attack types. You legit just have to, you would just have to, what's it called? Like, try it out, trial and error, you know? And then you also got to figure out your own style. Like, the teams I've built and used myself, they always have some weakness. I never built no perfect team before. But you can build a passable team. And then you'll be fine because your plays will take over. I mean, bro, I fucking used to use Sharpedo and shit in OU. Like, that shit's not good, but the shit gets the job done. So, I mean, obviously playing, that's a big part of it. You gotta play your outs. Can't bring a garbage team, but I mean, I think this is only really applicable to OU, to be honest, in terms of like, oh, everybody has all the strongest teams. Like, yeah, CTC giving away his fucking tournament finals winning teams to everybody means that, of course, the ladder is going to be a lot harder to consistently win at. But talking about for older generations that the sample teams are too strong is absolutely diabolical. I took a look myself in the black and white OU sample thread to look at the sample teams. Bro, they have teams with 6 out of 6 same Pokemon and 5 out of 6 same movesets that I myself used in Smogon Tour when Black and White was part of Smogon Tour in fucking 2016, 17, 18. Like, talking about some people have access to 2 strong teams. My brother, this generation is from 15 years ago. Bro, like, talking about some, bro, we're giving people Tyranitar, Alakazam, they shouldn't have access to this. What the fuck? It's like super crazy. It's just super duper crazy. Understanding team building is a bonus, but wanting to purposefully, I mean, I don't know, it just depends on what you want, I guess. Like, some people care like a lot about that shit, but I think it's like an extreme minority. As for what's the Pokemon Black and White, I mean, I don't know what's even going on in that tier anymore. That shit's more or less a OM. They want to ban, like, everything. They ban gems. They ban Cloyster. Talk about banning Life Orb. That's not a real generation to me. Like, it's been heavily destroyed since being, like, a main competitive gen. So I don't even consider that shit to be a real generation anymore. Forcing people to team build raises the barrier of entry too high. It also just doesn't exist. There is no such thing as forcing people to team build. They will go and steal a team. You think sample teams have existed forever? Sample teams didn't even exist more than 4 or 5 years ago. In Generation 8, I used to have to go in Discord and ask my friends for teams. There was no sample team when Gen 8 was the main gen. It wasn't until the very end that that shit started happening. So what do you, like it's not like people just didn't play. Because we have less players now than we used to have in peak Gen 8 and Gen 7 on the ladder. So it's not like people won't play because they're forced to build a team. But if you like, it really doesn't matter either way. Forcing people to make a team won't make them play less or more. To be like, man, that's weird. It's just whatever. I don't understand why. Did this Latias? Oh no, it got beaten. I thought that Latias swept for a second. Oh, he's lucky he burned that shit. He would have lost. Oh, never mind. Oh, damn, that shit lived is crazy. Sheesh. Sheesh. Crazy ending. Crazy, crazy ending. Let's watch this game. 1900s shit. I get there being more players in Gen 8 because COVID was a thing, but why do you think there's more in Gen 7 than now? Well, I don't know for sure, but I'll tell you why I think the way I think about this. Yesterday, I went on and I looked at the ladder, and I went to watch a battle, and I clicked on OU, and it said there were 75 OU battles going on in total. And I was like, what the fuck? That's absurdly low. Absurdly low. This is supposed to be the most active, most played format. It's a current gen OU. I saw 75 battles. I was like, bro, nobody's playing this shit. Nobody cares. Everybody gets to a point of meta exhaustion at one point or another during the generation. But the last year of Gen 7 and the last year of Gen 8 were pretty popping. So, I don't know. I feel like the ladder is not as active as it once used to be, which kind of sucks. I like an active ladder. A lot of people hide their battles. True, true, true. That's actually true, bro. Back in the day, the battles didn't auto hide. Now all the battles auto are hidden. That's actually true. Like all my games are usually, yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah, Natix did split the ladder and so did VGC. I didn't think about that at all. That's a good point actually. That shit didn't really exist back in the day. I mean, even Gen 8 Natix existed, but it wasn't played like that much comparatively to how much. That's what it feels like. It feels like Gen 9 Natix just played a shit ton more. Let's see. Oh, this is a high-ranking match. Let's see. 1948 versus 1951. These guys are still a bit out of the top 8, though. These guys are ranked 23 and 22. So the winner is going to get a good amount of points. But Dosmer here was like top 3. His ass tilted like 150 points. Such is the life of the ladder. Also, a lot of people, myself included, don't really like the Terra mind games. I think it will stabilize with Gen 10 for sure. I told the same thing to Joey. I don't have any opinion on Terra and the effects on the meta. Like, I don't care enough to get into that, but I know for a fact that the whole Terastallized thing and the over-suspect testing of every fucking Pokemon has made people not as into the game. Like, it's very, like, Mickey Mouse for the average, like... Because the average competitive Pokemon player is not, like, tournament maxing and thinking about all the try-hard virgin shit. They're just like, oh, I want to hop on the ladder and I want to have fun. And so, like, the average player is like, why the fuck is Dragonite turning into 7 dudes and sweeping me? And then they also see that there's a new suspect test every fucking day, and there's 30 bans this generation. And so, for the regular, it's like when I play Fortnite, for example, and I see a new update, and it's like a Star Wars update. I'm not going to waste my time for weeks and months. I mean, obviously it gets updated before months, but you get a point. I'm not going to waste my time learning the intricacies. If I'm just a casual competitive fan, I'm going to be like, this shit sucks, lame ass update, on to the next one. And obviously with something like Fortnite that updates every month, with Mons, it's not like that. There's a lot of people that just take a break. There's so many people like that too. I had so many friends that took a break after Gen 6 and then came back after Gen 7 was completely done. I had so many friends like that during Gen 6 or right before Gen 7 came out, they just took a break. They don't return for like 2 years. For me, that break period that I basically had was during Gen 8. Like 2020, like 2020 to 2022, like for those 2 years, I didn't play any tournaments really. I was just chilling, and I just laddered Gen 8 for fun. Cause I mean, it wasn't even that like I wasn't into the meta as much. It was just like I didn't want to be tournament maxing like that anymore. It's funny, Gen 7 I thought wasn't even fun when it first came out. Like the mons and stuff were cool and exciting, but it was so much bullshit. Like Doug Trio was back, Toxapex, etc. It was like some lame shit. And then Gen 8, the whole Dex, the whole Nat Dex thing. I'm not talking about the Nat Dex OU. I'm talking about the fucking fact that they cut Pokemon out. That was crazy. That was crazy. I remember when that happened, people were talking like we need to cancel Pokemon. Like this is the most evil thing that Pokemon's ever done. And people were like, oh my god, Breloom was like a second brother to me, and they didn't let him into Gen 8. People were really devastated, bro. People were really devastated. But I'll never forget, I was complaining once that, I don't know what I was complaining about. I think it was in Gen 8. I was like, why the fuck isn't Gliscor in this generation? Or why the fuck did they take so many Pokemon out? Or blah, blah, blah. And Sama told me some real shit that made me stop complaining. He said, bro, be happy that you got your favorite Mon in Gen 9, or you got your favorite Mon or whatever, like at some point. He's like, there are dudes out there that have never had their favorite Mon in Gen 7. I mean, not Gen 7, in Gen 8 or Gen 9. And he was telling me like Seal or Steel or whatever the fuck it is. Or Celio, whatever. He said one of them shits hasn't been here in Gen 8 or Gen 9. And I really thought about that. And that is some devastating shit. Your mans didn't make it in 2 times? 2 games in a row? That shit, like, is that not pure evil? Why would Pokemon Company keep a dude out 2 gens in a row? I understand making the gens a little bit more unique in terms of like what mons you run into, but damn, man. Carnivine's been X'd out for 2 straight generations. That ain't right. The real evil thing was cutting out Pursuit. Seeing the fall of Tyranitar into motion, the same gen they added Dragapult. Yeah, that's true. Dragonite is about as close. I mean, not Dragonite. Dragapult is about as close as you can get to like a perfect Pokemon. So to see that shit come out and then Pursuit to leave, I don't know how Dragapult does it. I don't even know how Dragapult has 600 BST. The way that shit moves, it has like 650 BST. They're making Mega Walrein, that's why. I will be tapping in with Mega Walrein. If you watch it right now, I need you to like the stream for Mega Walrein. If Mega Walrein was there, I would be hype. What do you think about Open Team Sheet in VGC? And do you think it could work for Smogon metas? No, I don't think it could work for Smogon metas. Raticate Galar is the biggest victim in Pokemon's history. He was in 1 gen and then got erased from history like he's the world's greatest criminal. You even bring him bro up. I forgot bro was even a Pokemon, bro. Like, it's really Pokemon out there that nobody knows them in any city. What the fuck is this attack stat? Why is it already at 0 IVs? Like, they don't even want you to even attempt it. Yo, this is crazy. I had no idea this shit was this bad. How is this possible? Holy shit. Blunder, you think we'll get to see the original dragon in the black and white remix? What does that mean? Is that like Pokemon Z? Oh wait, that's Gen 6. Sorry. Pokemon Gray. What's the original dragon mean? This is actually crazy though. I ain't never seen this shit before. I thought the attack was pretty good because of Hustle, but this guy doesn't even exist. He just... What the fuck is Alola Totem? That's just a different like colorway? I always confuse this guy with Berserker. This guy is tough. This guy's the one. That's who I be confusing Raticate Alola with. I swear some LC Mons have higher BST than this, bro. Who was that guy I couldn't spell his name yesterday? Like 2 days ago, this guy? This guy put me in a pack with his Trick Room. Goofy ass guy. Berserker and Rambats, you go to the moon. You literally go to the moon. Got you feeling like LeBron James. How we feeling about Pokemon Champions? I'm so ready for Pokemon Champions, man. I've been talking about it a bunch. Pokemon Champions is all I really want, and it's not like, it's not even for the same, it's not even for like the reasons that some people have. Like, I really don't give a fuck about who is the one making the simulator at all. Like, I don't care that Nintendo is officially making this or whatever. I just want to play a game where all the animations and stuff work and are consistent. We still playing with this ogre pond that doesn't move. We playing with, I mean, I like that the move animations little by little they add to it. Like they gave, what's it called, Golden Go Make It Rain, Tinkaton, Gigaton Hammer, and all that shit. But as long as Champions shows the Pokemon moving and I can see the attacks, that's really all I care for. Champions from that trailer does not look like a high quality visual thing. And I mean it's on phone, so I'm not expecting that much. But it really does not look like a very high quality game at all from a graphical standpoint. If the battling is fine and it doesn't lag and there's no bad connection errors and disconnects, it doesn't matter. That's all we need. I don't play, I mean, dude, Showdown and Pokemon Online was extremely ugly back in the day. Like, that shit was legitimate, like a text. That was like really watching text. Pokemon Online was fucking hideous back in the day, but that's just the only thing that existed. Showdown at least is a little bit, no, not even a little bit, a lot more engaging to look at than fucking true text, like a text battle. But either way, the consistency, all we saw in that little Champions trailer was like that, it was like Hydreigon versus Gardevoir or whatever, and you saw them going through the move select. I thought that looked pretty cool. I remember when you was doing a tournament review and could only read the text. Forbidden Scroll of Knowledge. Yo, literally, bro. Yes, you had to have mods installed on PO. PO, you had to download their replay viewing mod, like extension, and that shit was fire. It would play the thing. And we had another thing back in the day called the Asoft replay viewer. AESOFT. I don't know if anybody watching could even remember that anymore, but if you Google AESOFT, Asoft replay viewer, Pokemon Showdown, or Pokemon Online, you'll see the thread come up from 2011. That's when people, that's when this shit was made. And I remember, it doesn't exist anymore, but it was absolutely the most beautiful thing that ever existed. You took your little battle log, you copy pasted it into this website, and it turned it into a Showdown battle. And this was fucking giga years ago, like 2013. So at the time, there was no replays.showdown.com database. Remember when they lost all the replays on main? You like can't see replays on Showdown main now from before 2022, which is tragic. Lost some stuff there, but I mean, I'm not surprised either, because they have like 1 billion battles in their database. I don't know how the fuck they're supposed to keep everything, or who, or how much that even costs. I wonder how much it costs to keep every fucking replay backed up for 10 years, 15 years. Well, Showdown is from 2012, I believe. So 13 years. You know what I mean, though? Like, how much fucking space is that to even have backed up that everybody can access it all the time? It's like too many fucking files, bro. But I don't know how that shit ended up. I think a lot of replays from 2022 are gone and before, or something like that. I just know some of my replays are completely gone. Like, all of my Gen 8 ladder account replays are gone. Which is like, whatever, I don't need those, but let's see. I think the main problem with Champions is the ease of just having every mon at your beck and call. Says who? Don't you have to fucking transfer your mon from your in-game? Isn't that what they said? I mean, I know that Poke editing is really easy in Generation 9. That's what I've been told. I've told it's really quick. Who can confirm? Blunder, do you think Mew should get recovery again? I didn't know that shit lost. I didn't know that shit lost that. Also, that Terra Fairy on the Terra water is absolutely crazy. Bro turned fairy. Bro called out the fucking... Nah, that was crazy. Nah, that was a crazy game. That Terra Fairy was 2G. I mean, he won anyway. He had a fucking great tusk in the back, but... that was still pretty G. This background music is nuts. I just took a second to absorb what was playing in the background through my headphones. I was like, holy shit, they got some lit shit going on. I like the stream if you turned up. Kecleon is Game Freak's public enemy #1. Gone from Nat Dex for 2 gens, and they nerfed his signature ability to the ground for crimes committed by Cinderace. I'm not gonna lie, Kecleon was always a rather confusing individual to me. Does any Pokemon deserve to be banned for 2 straight generations? Fuck no. That's illegal. That's illegal behavior. But this guy always kind of annoyed me. They always tapped him into the in-game lore in Pokemon Emerald or whatever the fuck it was. You know what I'm talking about? They had him like intertwined into the lore, and you know, they be gassing him up a lot. So I'm not gonna go to bat for Kecleon like that. We gonna let him die. He'll be back in the next game though. What if there's a Mega Kecleon? Kecleon was never really doing much. He was just a lore dummy. Like literally, he was just a lore guy. That 120 Spadef he ain't weak though. I remember when Chatot was banned from VGC because of the chatter in-game function. Somebody told me something about that. You could like make your Chatot say something recorded, right? In the battle. And people were like wilding out, so they had to ban Chatot. That's very incredible that that happened. I wish that existed. I would have played VGC for that exact moment. Yeah, I would have really learned what getting off the goob nut is when my Chatot started freaking the fuck out live on stream. Blender, how would you react if they added Missing No as an official Pokemon? What kind of questions are these, bro? Also, the higher the base power chatter was, the louder the sound, the higher the base power chatter. Wait, that's the best move ever. I'd be screaming my fucking lungs out then. Getting that 150 base power boom burst for your bitch. Alright, I see 1 trillion hazards have gone up, and Mamoswine just slid to the function. That behemoth lives this. I was gonna say. Oh, he's banded. Good T-Spike then. It's just 6-0 by T-Spike. You better not get flinched here. Or it's Jova. I mean, it's a banded memo. I don't know if it's Adamant or Jolly. What do you think we'll get Megas aside from the leaks? I haven't looked at the leaks too heavily. Like, I looked at them on stream when it first came out, but I haven't seen the leaked list since then. I did a stream a couple days ago where I talked about mons I want to get Megas and how it's not too late. So go check that out if you haven't already. But one of the mons I want is Grumpig. I always thought Grumpig was pretty cool. He has some swag to him. Good BST. Good ability. Fairy typing. Good coverage. Like, that mon was always mad good to me. Whenever I got it in like a low tier or Ranbats. So yeah, Granbull. Granbull is up there. I meant Granbull. Sorry, not Grumpig. I always mix those two pieces of shit up. I don't like Grumpig because it beat me in Ranbats. I always mix them two shits up. Granbull is what I meant. Granbull and Grumpig are like, they look too similar. They both got, you know, pink on. This shit is annoying. Shout out to Azur for 33 months. What a goat. Thank you so much. Did anyone see that, by the way? Playrough Zama banded and he Terra Fairy to Oko the Dragonite through the Terra Fly. Was that the craziest turn you've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my god. That was one of the craziest turns I've ever seen. Banded Playrough Terra Fairy. Holy cow. Nah, that was nuts. What do you think the Gen 10 gimmick will be? I'll tell you what I don't want it to be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was this. Please no fusing of the Pokemon. That shit would be really lazy in my humble opinion if we do some shit like that. So that's like the one thing I'm just like really saying, please let's not do this, Pokemon. Let's not be lazy, bruh. Let's Let's not be lazy, Pokemon Company. Terastallize is inarguably the laziest mechanic ever created. How the fuck can you just let Pokemon turn into any type they want? Like, this is, and I'm not talking from a competitive standpoint, I've talked about this before, but from a design standpoint, and also, yes, from a competitive standpoint, this is one of the worst mechanics ever created. This shit is so dumb. Why are we changing into whatever typing we want? The whole point is like, your Pokemon has a unique typing, and it does what it can as a unique typing. We get excited when there's like a new ice type because there's so many bad ice types. Same thing with a rock type, etc. You can't just flip the fucking type and be like, this is our new shice gimmick. Nah, Dynamax was way better. Sorry to say. I'm not saying from a competitive standpoint, but Dynamax was way more entertaining. Dynamax was the GOAT, first of all. Dynamax was broken, but Dynamax was the fucking GOAT. Sorry to say. Dynamax was tough as fuck. Seeing my guy get to double size, and the fact that some of them had specific forms, and the whole moves changing and shit like that, that shit was so much cooler. Watching your old Gigantamax lives were fire. Bro, my old Gigantamax lives were some of the most fun videos I ever did. I mean, obviously it was broken and it had to go, but that was like, I'm always for more, like unique mons and forms. I love forms and new Pokemon, so. I got spun by Blunder using Dynamax Mantine once. Bro, ain't no shame. You know how broken that guy was? With Max Geyser, Max Airstream. Lead Zendarm incident though, that was tough. That was tough for the whole community. We almost didn't survive that. But we did. Family, Ohana. Nah, Gigantamax basically was just Mega number 2 as well, when it was like, why the fuck are we giving guys random upgraded forms with double HP and shit? It was, I can't try and begin and figure out why Game Freak does what they want. They don't give a fuck, man. They're here for action, in a bad way. Garo went crazy. Garo went super crazy. Garo was my guy. Max Airstream, Max Overgrowth. Oh my god. Did that shit get Temper Flare back then in Gen 8? So you could use no, Temper Flare doesn't exist in Gen 8, does it? It doesn't, right? Did it ever use Max any fire move? What was the fire move called? What was the fire move called in Gen 9? The Max move. What's that shit called? Like, what's the name of it? Yeah, I know it sets up Sun. Max Flare. Max Flare. Max Flare was so tough. Max Flare was so tough. But yeah, I remember Max Geyser, Max Airstream, and fucking Max Overgrowth for Power Whip. That shit was out of control, bro. Fucking shit had fucking Power Whip. Why the fuck did they give Garo Power Whip? And they took it away in Gen 9, right? They used to be doing whatever. Oh, this guy has Hoopa Sun. Wavy. Should have Moxie too. It sucks that Gigantamax was so broken though. Even on the worst Pokemon ever, that shit was broken. That shit was broken even in Ubers. You can't just give a guy double HP and say, hey, go work with that. What the fuck are you talking about? We just giving guys double HP? Double HP weekend? We can't just, you know? And then they got brutal ass moves that have stronger base power than Sin. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? What if Aegislash was in Gen 9? Bro, I would be happy. Aegislash would have been dope. Yeah, Aegislash would have been pretty good, honestly. Would have helped versus Valiant and shit like that. Aegislash with Terra, though? Pfft. When my Aegislash hits that Terra Fairy, you better be ready to get 12-0'd. We're getting Mega Aegislash, supposedly. I actually saw somebody tweeting their theory about that, and they were like, this is why Mega Aegislash is confirmed. Who was it? I was reading somebody's tweet I follow. It's somebody y'all know, too. It's like a creator. But somebody was posting their opinion, and they were like, more or less, this is confirmed. And then they wrote their breakdown, and this shit seemed pretty plausible. Sama also said that he thinks Mega Aegislash is coming. I remember he told me that during our video we were recording back when the first direct dropped, like forever ago. the Gigantamax Dreadnought using his rock move and setting up Stealth Rock was crazy. Oh man, you just unlocked a real memory. Yo, Gigantamax guys, they had some shit going on, bro. They really had some shit going on. Let me take a look at Gigantamaxers. Oh, I can't even sort by Gigantamax. Alright, let me open up a new tab. Also, do you guys like this new music? I just fucking found this folder of all this old music I had from Mewmore. So I just threw it all in a randomized playlist. Most of the songs I don't think I even have in my videos. These are pretty tough songs though, I'm not gonna lie. Make sure you like the video, alright? I see 300 people watching. So we're gonna need at least 200 likes, at least. Tap in for that. I forgot there was a Gigantamax core. I gotta look. Thing. If you guys could only pick a couple G-Maxes to come with you though, what would you pick? Some of these guys I really don't even remember a lot of these guys, to be honest with you. Copper Raja is always the one that I'm biased. It's G-Max on Showdown, if you look up that. I remember the vids of Frostmoth dying from 100% to hazards. Yo, I forgot if you get up max hazards, Frostmoth can actually fucking die. Because Stealth Rock plus Steel Spike is... Yo, 75%. Yo, I can't believe that's even possible. And then we got all these new Gigantamaxing bitches, but shit was banned by then, of course. Some of these guys I completely forgot. Drapple, fucking Flapple and Appleton, both turning into this is like beyond question mark. That's the crazy. Why does Melmetal become 82 feet tall? Why am I even asking? It's Gigantamax after all. God damn, I didn't know these bitches were so tall and scary, bruh. Sheesh, 82 feet? He not fucking around. 114 feet tall? That big bitch. Dreadnought standing up on 2 legs, though, is fucking scary. Hatterene as well. Oh, nah, we found the boss. 141 meters tall. This Archaludon big bitch. Pulse Surf next to Colossal was the LeBron of VGC. Oh, with that Steam engine. I had a really fun Colossal live. Back in the day when I was G-maxing with it, and I remember I would always be able to G-max and then live the water attack because double HP, and I was ready to sweep. I was ready to sweep that ass, bro. That shit is fun. G-max is hilarious stuff. I remember that wolf collab you did back then. It was great, dude. That shit was so fun. Yo, G-Max was actually cold, bruh. Should have been fucking with VGC back then, so I could be G-Maxing all over that bitch. I would have really greatly enjoyed myself. Life is better when you're maxing. Remember that. That's a direct quote from me. Who would I give a G-Max to? My favorite Pokemon, Slowking. But Slowking already has a lot going on. Got a Galar form, which is one of the greatest competitive mons ever. I like the OG more though, from like a design and nostalgia factor. And I mean, there's also Mega Slowbro, which is part of the Slow family. So it's like Slowking already wins a lot, but it's still my favorite Pokemon, like every time. So I would be more than happy for that. I played this one mon in Ranbash recently, and I was thinking about this mon. It's actually a mon I like quite a bit. It's a garbage Pokemon. It's Zebstrika. Terrible Pokemon. But I wish that it had something there, like a 3rd stage evolution. I know it comes from Blightsoul. I'm a Zebstrika fan, I'm telling you. So either it comes from that, or something. Like we need some fire shit though. Zebstrika with Protean. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. Now we're fucking talking, G. There's no saving Zebstrika. Just turn it into Marty from Madagascar if you're giving it a new Evo. Stop hating, pussy-o. There is saving Zebstrika. We can save Zebstrika together. Family, one love. If you become a member of the agency today and click that join button, only you can stop the current issue going on with our planet. That was some real shit I just said. We can make Zebstrika great. We can't. We can't. And that's why I have to stop a lot of you. A lot of you think that you can just get up there and make Zebstrika great again. I'm here to tell you you can't. Shit's ass. T-Wave Hex Gold. Why is this max speed Hex? How can it take 75? The fuck am I watching? Oh, rank 2000s game? And that... I'm not watching this. This looks like a fucking Toxapex buffet. Toxapex actually uniquely walls 5 out of 6 Pokemon. And gets up a T-Spike and 6-0s this team. I'm out of here. 31 is crazy. I didn't know it was AV on stall. Oh, that's a dead Val. What the fuck? I thought that shit's a 100% kill. That's not great. Alright, my whole gang is clicking knock. Which is why you gotta stay in here. I'm way better. I'm way better. I'm way better. Alright, Sax Glasscore for fun. I'm out of here. Let's watch this. We got a battle between 2000 and 1994. So both these guys are pretty high up. Here's these guys are both under 2K. Forget this game. Fusion is at 2024. This guy's not in the tournament, but he's at 2018. I saw this team in a tournament. This shit looked pretty strong. I feel like if I use this in a tournament, I would never lose. Deadass. Choice Banded Weavile is one of the most cheap, like no skill type shits. You just bring it in and you click either stab move that is usually unresisted. It's nasty to beat. I mean, it's been the case since Generation 6 when Banded Weavile was first being spammed, but it's harder to get away with in post Gen 6 through 8 because it's so hard to keep rocks off the field. BL unusable for Zebstrika. Should I give Zebstrika a video? Hopefully I pull a Zebstrika in a Ranbats video I do down the line. Did you guys enjoy that Ranbatsing? I've been thinking that I'll return to it. I had a good time playing. Please Zebstrika video? Bro, there's no such thing as a regular Zebstrika video. Where the hell does Zebstrika even exist? What tier? That vid's actually gonna be one of my worst performing videos of all time. If I go with a true Zebstrika video. Where does Zebstrika even exist? ZU. I just feel like this guy could be amazing in ZU. I'm not saying he's the LeBron of ZU or anything. But you're telling me that this is not bad in ZU? 100 attack, 116 speed? Come on, man. Come on. You got high horsepower, man. Don't play with me, gang. Got that Supercell Slammer. Got that overheat. Got that Trailblaze. Know what I'm saying? There's no way this guy is that bad in ZU. Let me go to the ZU tier. Like I don't think this guy's actually as bad as I was saying. Abomasnow, overheat to the dick. Ampharos, high horsepower to the dick. Appleton, it walls me unfortunately. Arbok, cooked. Arboliva, that shit probably walls. It's just pretty weak, even with overheat. Ariados, Articuno, Baynet, all them shit's exposed. Bastiodon, Beartic, exposed. Camera, exposed by high horsepower. Yo, I deadass think I cracked the code. Like, I think I actually deadass cracked the code, guys. This is what you want to be on. This is what you want to be on. Hold on. No. I deadass cracked the code. This is the shit you want to be on. Yeah. I don't know if there's any ground types in this bitch, but I just cooked up quite possibly the craziest, most amazing set in ZU history. Life, obviously. The fuck? Where's Zebstrika? We ain't living them attacks. Not Lightning Rod. We want that Sap Scepter, of course. Nah, I think I cooked, bro. I think I just made quite possibly the strongest set ever for ZU. Because if we look at the rest of these ZU guys, nobody's ready for this coverage. Terra normal double edge so that I have a strong neutral attack. For Electros. I don't know if Terra normal's right. That shit might be stupid, but I just know that this set is gonna pay off dividends. Duck Trio is in ZU? You're fucking joking. You're telling me that... Oh, bro, what? Maybe double edge and I have to run Terra Blast flying or something like that so I can hit Hydrapple. Anyways, I'm actually pretty convinced that my Zebstrika would put in work. Someone was using manual electric terrain on MHPB account yesterday and it was getting packed up on ladder. Yeah, that was Joey and Swave. That was Joey and Swave yesterday, getting packed up every game using electric terrain. That shit was not me. If I'm laddering, I'm using some tryhard shit in OU. I stopped using all that fun shit in OU because that shit's not even fun. I like using them tryhard shits. I like my Sinistra, my Ting Lu, my guys. The people need a Go-Goat live? Cap, I actually polled everybody in the agency. Every single person I polled at the agency HQ. And results came back is we do not want that Go-Goat shit. Let me see this. Let me look up Go-Goat. Nobody knows who that is. We need some real guys. I mean, I'll do an OU live with somebody fun, but it has to be like a real fun guy. Not Zebstrika or a Go-Goat. Like, it can't be some unviable ball sack. I just want an Egglock stream. Yeah, I think I'm on like Gym 6. I'll do an Egglock. Maybe I'll do Egglock tonight. If I do the Egglock tonight, it'll be super late though. But I'm down to do it again tonight. It's been a few days. The street's been begging for a Flygon live? Yo, you're right. The streets have been begging for a Flygon live. Nah, is it time? Nah, is it time though? Illegal? Oh, this is because he's not even in ZU. Nah, but what would I run though? I remember me and Joe went giga stupid with Specs Flygon in Gen 8. I don't even know how that shit did as much work as it did. We OHKO'd a Toxapex though, which I didn't even believe. I did play NU with Flygon a year and a half ago. And then since then, I haven't used Flygon since Gen 8. Yo, Gen 8 had some shit. I had a team with Tank Flygon. Damn. Tank Flygon is nuts. This shit had Arctovish too. Usually be able to get away with some shit on the ladder. You ever gonna stream Bully again? Of course. I just wasn't, I didn't have access to my desktop, so I couldn't access the game or my save file. But now that I'm finally back, as of a day ago, I will return to that game, because I only got halfway through Bully. That shit was pretty funny too. Hilarious game. Tank Flygon is shice. They be using Tank Flygon, listen, they be using Tank Flygon in the Ubers tier back in the day to handle Groudon. That's when I knew. Game has changed, brother. The game has changed. Need the Feraligatr live? Yo, I give Feraligatr a live very often. Please. We gotta talk about some underrepresented joints that people like. Feraligatr, I just checked. Feraligatr got a vid 10 months ago. So it really wasn't anything that amazing. Drampa better than Flygon? Nobody fucks with Drampa. You must be out of your mind. Trampa not real like that, bro. Specs Hydreigon. I did a Scarf Hydreigon video, and I was really pleased with Hydreigon's performance. When was the last time you did a T-Tar live? Bro, I just recorded with Sand recently. I did 2 videos with Sand in the last month. I guess Tyranitar wasn't the focus, but he was there. He was there. Bro, I literally just used Tyranitar 9 days ago too on the Hydrapple team. I'm a Hydreigon main. Actually, no, there wasn't a Hydreigon on that team. I just lied, my bad. I lied, sorry. I deadass lied. Deoxys D? Haxorus? Haxorus is one of them. Haxorus is one of them guys that is absolutely garbage. But everybody likes this guy. And Shiny's so tough. Is this uniquely the most awful but most loved Pokemon at the same time? Is his ratio? Is he the winner of that? The worst performing mod, but he's so loved. Everybody wants Haxorus to cook. Every time I see somebody in a tournament battle and they have that garbage, I'm like, yes. I'm like, you're tough, you have a Haxorus, you're going to win, you're gonna win, and then that shit does not win. I'll show you a real game. I don't know if y'all have seen this before, but this right here is the perfect explanation for what a Haxorus team does. Watch this. iDef. Dead. And then the Tusk died too to iDef. It's like, bro, there's no Haxorus, bro. It's a figment of your imagination, like quite literally, bro. He looks so cool. He looks so cool, bro. Haxorus deserves a Dragon Steel typing to be cool. Sorry, buddy. Your Dragon Steel of the day is Goodra, the legend. So, if you're not happy with that, well, it is what it is. Can't do much about it. Should have U-turned there. Shit's just going right back up now. Damrod's super strong into this team, though. Pokemon Black and White 2, you DD once and Haxorus wins every battle. You talking about in-game Pokemon Black and White 2? Because I know for sure you ain't talking about real battling. Nobody has ever said Haxorus sets up and you just lose about any tier. Shout out to Haxorus. I'm hating, but he really is that ass. He tries his best though. I don't like the song in the back. Shit too intense for Moy. You gotta do Immense Life with Travis Scott? Yo, somebody sent me a Salamence team, but that shit sucks. Wait, I would rather do a Salamence live than a Flygon live. I'm not gonna hold you. If I were to pick a shite dragon to do a video, and it would be OU, because I'll just lose in OU. I don't mind. I'm not going to UU though to use this crap. No chance. I'm going to low tier to use these guys. We lose in OU here. Wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe some of these guys are so forgotten. Haxorus is Cox. Haxorus is ranked higher than Salamence. What? Yo, somebody help. Somebody help. Ref. There's no way. Are my eyes deceiving me? Haxorus is banned from RU? But Salamence is... What? Haxorus, what does Haxorus get? It gets Scale Shot. So does Mence, right? It gets... Oh, it doesn't get Scale Shot. Alright, I guess there's our answer. It gets SD, Scale Shot, Close Combat. All of that shit is crazy. I didn't realize that Mence doesn't get Scale Shot. Huh. I didn't know that, actually. Did y'all know that? That Mence didn't get Scale? That'll do it, man. All the dragons, the whole gang got scale shot. And we laughing at you. Latias got scale shot, gang. Latias go no scale shot, bro. They talking about use a mixed set with Draco Fire Blast, bro. It's fucked up. They fucking up the game, bro. They don't fucked it up. Let me see if I have any rain teams that I can make. Oh, I have this one. Salamence could go crazy on this. I'm not gonna cap. Salamence might have a Agent Blast. Who's the 16th? Did this shit put in work? Nah, no way. Did this put in work? I feel like Scarf Water Spout, I probably gave it the best odds possible. And by best odds, I mean I went from 10% to 15% odds. This is a crazy team. We saw this team win yesterday with this Superior Scarf. Salamence is banned from the agency after missing 2 crucial hurricanes against that Toxapex. Yo, I forgot about that shit for a second. How could I ever really forget, though? But you're right. That was fucking sabotage behavior out the fucking ass. Immense also doesn't get Acrobatics. Game Freak hates him. No. That's not a hate thing. That's a good thing. Salamence with Acrobatics would have ended up being, would have just ended up being another Roaring Moon situation. Acrobatics is a cheat move. You can't give that move to that many Pokemon. Like Acrobatics is fine. The distribution it gets. It only belongs on Pokemon like, what's it called? Hawlucha, that are inherently like cheese garbage picks. But fucking Acrobatics on an actual guy? Pfft, imagine DD Acrobatics fucking Mence, even though Mence sucks. Shit would be broken immediately because of Acro. And Moxie. That's really Roaring Moon too. Drampa or Turt Live is what the suburbs are asking for. Bro, Drampa is never happening. This doesn't even exist in Gen 9? Oh, that fuck. Damn, man. Pinkercross made a Shiest Electros team. It's a coil physical set and uses the accuracy boost to get 100% Zap Cannons. That's pretty filthy. Electros is one of my favorite Pokemon, so anybody trying to make Electros work, I'm rocking with that. Alright, we got Veil versus HO. I can see the Hatterene being good. This one's Calm Mind if it's on a Screens team. Alright, is he gonna set up a T-Spike turn 1? No, he goes for Sludge Wave as the Ninetales lives. Alright, go for T-Spike here. Nice. I personally would have gone into my hat like a boss, but flex agility. Is he going for the game immediately? See, me personally, gang, I'm setting up. SD, yep. It's time to go for it. Is this shit over? I think it's over. I think you just get your third SD. That shit might be actually over. Actually, King Gambit can turn Ghost type. Alright, so you lose your Kyurem here. Or you go into Landorus and lose the Landorus. Alright, Landorus comes in to get the one-time Intimidate. It could be Ghost Landorus, which still won't save you. Okay. Nice. That was a great Stealth Rock. That was an amazing Stealth Rock. Okay. Just click Earthquake. Roach tried to click Whirlwind. Yo. Yo, Pokemon is funny, bro. Pokemon. This is why I love watching this shit. Well, this is cool. Little first impression guy. Gotta close out of old games. Now, this game was fucking jokes. Oh, the Gliscor's +2. My bad. I didn't even realize this shit's +2 speed. There wasn't no whirlwind, it just didn't matter. This shit a Shuckleberry? Yo, I'd be tight if I lost like this. That was not ideal. That's not ideal. Had that Shuckleberry. Screens is so annoying to play. I think the one I hate playing against the most is probably Webs. If I have to pick a cheese style I hate, Webs is more annoying to play against than Screens. Screens is cheap, but only if they have like a Zamazenta or something. Actually, this Gliscor is pretty cheap. I've been fortunate to not queue into this Gliscor that much, but this Gliscor is like objectively like an unfair Pokemon. Like this shit's super lame. Agency Council requests a highlight or Diplo install live. Okay. I gotta really find out if the streets want that Flygon or that Salamence. What do we want next? That Flygon or that Salamence? If you want that Flygon, I'm gonna need to see the fly emoji in the chat. But if you want that Salamence, I'm gonna need to see a dragon emoji. Or a salamander emoji if you're feeling unique. Blossom? Ain't nobody trying to see Quiver Dance Strength Set Blossom's cheap ass. Both. Make it a classic Dragmag live. Hey, nobody asked for both. Nobody said you can have both. Oh, this guy lost. Gliscor's getting +37. Is this it? Is this planned to PP stall Gliscor out of all the attacks? It's a bold option. Looks like the game's over. Well fought, but that's gonna be that. Yo, this shit is super nasty. How the fuck do you beat this crap if you don't have fucking like a roar? I should scoob over. Oh nah, SD'd on the sucker. SDing on the sucker was diabolical. This shit better be Terra Dark to kill. Oh my god, another Schmix, courtesy of Gliscor. Yo, watch out for this team! Watch out for this team! It could be you getting your fucking points snatched, bitch. Gliscor is on a fucking... Alright, I'm looking at the chat, and it looks like the Flygon army wants to see the flies. I didn't see a lot of Salamander, Dragonmander picks, you know? I might have to do Salamence though, for the Travis Scott connection. That was a... Do I have any Salamence teams? Somebody gave me some garbage Salamence team a while ago, if I recall correctly. Let me check. Somebody gave me some heinously garbage Salamence team. Yeah, is it this? Not that. That's some RU shit. I brought this to a RU tournament one time. This is a disgusting team. Look at the first three. But it got the job done. I think Mimikyu ended up sweeping really easily. I don't think Mence even really came out. Anyways, the Salamence team I have is on this one Hail. It's just some boring shit though. There's like a better Hail at this point. I would literally steal the Komodo guy's Hail. And I would get rid of Komodo's lame ass and put Salamence on that bitch. Call it a day. Komodo is not like that. Dimensions need fixing? Do they? What's wrong with them? Oh, you can't see the top of the user's name? My bad. That should be better, I think. Perfect, I fixed it. The Gen 8 OU Nidoking pack watch. Yo, I miss Nidoking. I did that Crawdon video not too long ago. I wouldn't mind doing a little blast to the past. Nidoking. Who even is he? His story. The video. That might be tough. Ooh, that was a tough Stone Edge miss. I like this nickname, Wishy Minaj. Should barely make sense, but whatever. I always respect the attempts. I miss Arctozolt the most. He is a boss. He's pretty cool, bro. He's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I'm adding to my list of Pokemon to give videos to. I got Salamence, then I got Flygon, then I got Nidoking, which will probably end up being Gen 8 because it's just nostalgic. The other guys I'm gonna load up in Gen 9 though, I don't give a fuck. But I mean, Nidoking, you kind of have to go to Gen 8, so we're gonna do that. Miss Ferrothorn the most. Ferrothorn was him, bro. Ferrothorn was him. I might have to give Ferrothorn a video for real. No, I don't actually have that Nidoking Blissey team. I have a couple of Nidoking teams, but nothing like... This is the only Nidoking team I used. I brought this to a tournament one time and it won the game I played, so it did its job, but... Nidoking is a team that people use a decent amount, but it's not really some shit that I would ever bring. Like, even when I brought Nidoking, I brought it to a random BO3. It wasn't anything too serious, you know? It was, I mean, obviously I wanted to win, but I don't think I would bring Nidoking to anything serious. My friend sent me this team. We actually battled and he smoked me with it. Some Scarfarilla shit he made for a tournament. So he gave me this. It's fucking Whirlpool Weavile. Just some shit that's not even real, but this could be cool. A little Vilgax, the return of. Fun Pokemon. Shit doesn't even have a Nidoking. I thought this shit had a Nidoking. Bro, this tryhard shit doesn't even have a Nidoking. Fuck. I thought there was a Nidoking on here. Shit got a Garchomp. Can we get a T-Tar? Bro, but I have a T-Tar. Oh my god, did you guys hear that thunder outside? Holy cow. It was just a super loud thunder. Boom, boom, crack type shit. Sheesh. Nihilego? Yo, they forgot about that guy. All those Ultra Beasts guys disappeared. Miss Gigalit, he is such a unit. Controversial take, but Gen 9 1v1 games was a top 10 live. Yo. The 1v1s, the 1v1 live, the 60 games in 1 hour was... I can't even believe that video was real. That shit was nonsense. That was a great video though. I had so much fun recording that. I remember that vid actually did bad when it first dropped, but over time it went to the moon, which is funny. I'm gonna have to spin back on 1v1 soon. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. Dude, 1v1 is actually quite funny. I have some, I have quite a bit of 1v1 stuff. Gen 10 dropping. When Gen 10 drops, I'm gonna be right here, ready to take over. We're all gonna be here ready for Gen 10. Alright. Agency's running that new boot camp. Celesteela, bro, I might need an Ultra Beast showcase. All the Ultra Beasts need videos, bruh. I miss all those guys. But dude, just curious, is this your job or do you got another grind? I have a job. Well, a business. That I guess would be considered my main. But I do care a lot about my YouTube. It's not some frivolous thing. Do you think Mega D Knight will introduce the evasion stat with plus 100 evasion? Yo, you should be banned for even thinking to ask something like that. Mods, wrap him up. This shit got me really thinking about the Ultra Beasts that we were just talking about. I talked about this Pokemon last stream, but this is some shit that, like, nobody even knows this guy's stats anymore or anything about this guy. Nobody knows him at all. Nobody knows him. Be realistic. Nobody knows him. Nobody knows this guy. And he's broken as fuck. Nasty Plot. Remember Nasty Plot Beast Boost? Such beautiful, beautiful stats. Get the speed boost every turn. She had Nasty Plot. Oh, I remember this. Nasty Plot, Draco, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower. That's all you need. People were always running Heatran and Tyranitar. Otherwise, get swept by the boss. She got banned so quickly. Fuck, I missed this joint. This guy was actually against the law, though. This was disgusting. Shout out to Ouroboros Gender. I hope they give Mega D-Knight Fluffy. No, we don't want that, bro. We don't want any of that, bro. They need to make Mega D-Knight a special attacker. I was actually really thinking about it. What they can do with that thing that's not expected. If that shit clicks Dragon Dance and starts sweeping, I'd be mad. I'd be really mad. Yo, this background music is tough. Hold on, I gotta save this one. RBY Viridian Forest. Yo, remember this one. Holy cow. This is a super hit. It ain't gonna click DD, they gonna give it QD. Quiver Dancing Dragonite? Go fuck yourself, buddy. That's gotta be the worst thing I ever heard. Ooh, Cerulege lead is a smart lead. Turns ice. Wait, that was actually a smart Terra. Because you'll kill it with the defense falls. We have to hit 3 times though. Phew! He hit all 3. That was scary. That was a smart Terra. That web went right back up though. Ogerpon can maybe win, and Tusk can also maybe win. Since Terra's been all games over. Well, that didn't matter much. Actually, that shit did matter. What the fuck was gonna revenge kill this? If that didn't miss. Right? This is some bacteria music? Cap. This is dumb music. Worst T-clap ever. It would have had to hit it 4 times in a row anyways. Nah, for sure. You can't expect that shit to hit every time. Triple X is one of the worst moves ever. When it misses. And then when it hits, it feels like you're cheating. They might as well give Weavile a Mega with base 200 speed, 200 attack, and 5 defenses. Yeah, that's what you want? You want the Mega Beedrillification of Weavile? Is that what I'm understanding from you? Who do you want me to talk to at Game Freak HQ so I can make that happen for you? I'll put in that complaint. Dang, that shit is super assault vest. I think you keep this, but right. I feel like you should have kept it though, so that everybody could live. I mean, this could live from Ogre. The music sounds like you entered the wrong room in a black and white gym. Make Mega Dragonite a special no-guard attacker? You want to hit them blizzards and them thunders, huh? And them fire blasts. I understand. Hurricane. You just want a good time on the ladder. There's nothing wrong with just wanting to hit some inaccurate moves. I've been there before myself, man. I think Ogre just wins and kills everybody now. But I don't know if this was even stoppable, even if Hat was kept healthy. Like, how do you stop this game state from being an Ogre loss? You feel me? This shit's a major, major, major threat. What would I do here? I think it's just clipped. I don't see how Ogre Pun doesn't work. What is this fucking song? Slateport City? Wait, Vacuum Wave and Ice Shard. I completely forgot about Vacuum Wave. Vacuum Wave just sweeps. This game's just over. What am I saying? Yeah, you just Ice Shard and then you sweep with Vacuum Wave. And the game's over. I completely forgot Keldeo, the best mon in the game, gets access to Vacuum Wave now. Yo, this is the best mon ever, bro. Literally the best mon ever. Give Mega Weavile as one. Alright. We gotta start banning people. Thunder Enjoyers over T-Bolt will always have my respect. What respect? Get the fuck out of here. Bro said Thunder Enjoyers, aka dudes who are just like, fuck it, let's hit. You wanna know one of the most rage-inducing moments I had? I played in a tournament and I went into my Tangrowth and this guy's Greninja went for Blizzard on the Switch and he missed. And he got mad that he missed. And I'm like, are you fucking stupid? And he's like, if I hit, it'll 2-hit KO. And I'm like, that's the worst strategy I've ever seen. And the guy was mad. He's like, no, you hacked because you dodged it. I'm like, it's a fucking Blizzard, bro. How can you bring that to a real game? Shit was rage-inducing. Yeah, if you want to enjoy some shit, enjoy Zap Cannon. Alright, actually go ahead and enjoy some shit. Don't be there's no such thing as a Thunder Enjoyer. What kind of bogus shit is that? You be enjoying hitting 70%? You do not be living on the edge like that. You be pretending. You be pretending to live on the edge like that, but you're not. And I called it out. You see, I saw it. Streets, me, say we need that Electivire live. Electivire gets a live every day on my channel. He the GOAT though. I'm not even... Doctor Strange, I'm not even against giving him more videos. He's phenomenal. Like the stream if you want to see Electivire make his grand return. Last Electivire vid was, I had 2 videos last year with Electivire. No, I didn't. I had one in December 2023, and then one in June of 2024. So it's been more than a year since Evire. All right. Say no more. Say no more. You got me. You got me. We got to bring Electivire back home. Say no more. It's been a full year. It's high time. Magmortar live, you always neglect his cousin. I always neglect his cousin. And there's always one of y'all in here who is like, why do you hate Magmortar? Gee, I don't hate Magmortar. Magmortar hates himself. Also, I did a Magmortar video on January 10th, 2024. And I used Magmortar in OU. Alright? I did that shit. Yo, it actually didn't do bad. Magmortar. Why you pronounce it like that? That's his name. I ain't calling it Magmortar. That's some American-ass pronunciation. Magmortar. Magmortar. That's his name. What about a new Ceruledge live? Ceruledge is cheap. I could post it though. I got a Ceruledge team from CTC. Evilite Magmar with Flame Body plus Hexpult? Yo, get the fuck out of here. That BGC shit. Do a live for an underappreciated mon like King Gambit? Now we're talking. Now we're talking. How could I... You know... We don't really see King Gambit like that anymore. He might be... What about a Great Tusk live? Now we're cooking. Now we're totally cooking. Who just... Shout out to Yeah Boy. Blunder, when you're making a full list of agents, please add my little rat Morpico. Bro literally has aura. Bro, Morpico was the first agent of Generation 8. You think I would really forget about a Pokemon like this? I'm just happy they brought this joint into the next, I'm just happy in the, I'm just happy they brought this shit back. Morpico is a classic. I love this Pokemon. Like, a lot. This guy's really cool. I actually haven't done a video with it since Generation 8. I always thought this Pokemon was mad underrated, though. It's a shame that nobody ever uses it. He has good moves, though. He gets Seed Bomb. I think it's a fire move, too. All Elemental Fangs. This guy's not fucking around. Top 20 Dexit mons for SS and SV would be a good one. Maybe top 10. Top 20 is OD. But I think that's a great idea for sure. That's a good call. Because I was thinking about doing it, but just for like Ferrothorn, but or the video is gonna be mons that would have saved Gen 9, but what you're saying is more or less exactly what I was thinking. Mons that got Dexited. But it's for 2 gens. I don't care about Gen 8. Gen 8's fine to me. The way it is, like, that shit's gone now. It's been almost 6 years. I would talk more about Gen 9. What's the one single mon we're missing this gen? Probably Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn fixed a lot of things in every generation it's allowed. I'm watching this game, I haven't even really been paying attention. This guy got no attacks off in 4 turns though. Oh, that's a lot he EQ'd. I'm hating. Banded Bullet Punch goes stupid on his team. Oh wait, I thought there was a Scizor. It was a Deoxys. I'm blind. I miss Kartana. I miss all those Ultra Beasts, guys. I don't know why they were brought back for Gen 8 and then left out. I felt like that was weird. We should just have all those joints for good. You know? Aerodactyl could have been shiced in the Ogre meta. Is Aerodactyl in Gen 9? What does this guy do in his low tier? I liked Mega, obviously, but I mean, this guy's BST has always been fairly decent. And people used to run this in Gen 5 and 6 OU as a Sash lead still. Don't tell me in NU this guy's clicking Taunt Stealth Rock still. Don't tell me, bro. Don't tell me. Tell me he got a job. Tell me he got gainful, honest employment. I'm gonna fall to my knees if you tell me right now that this piece of shit is doing the same shit. Getting up Stealth Rock and going, I hope so. That shit would make me most enraged. Oh, he Dragon Dances? Wait, he's not in SV? Oh my god. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even know this guy's not even in this tier. I mean, in this game. See, mons like this, it makes no sense for them to not have brought back. Everybody loves this guy. This guy is from fucking Gen 1. So who at HQ was like, you know, honestly, guys, we have enough. Somebody find me Game Freak's professor and put him on the phone with me. I need to talk to the CEO. You're telling me all fossil Pokemon got given the axe? This can't be. This can't be. This can't be. You're telling me Kabutops, Omastar, and all those pussies did not make it? No, you're lying, bro. Bastiodon and Rampardos got in. Nobody's checking for either of those two. Nobody wants those guys. Blunder, if Koko was in Gen 9, would it be banned to Ubers or something like Val? Yo, I think it would actually be banned. I think Koko would have destroyed the game in like a really bad way. That shit would actually be what people thought Regieleki would be. Koko would be absurdly broken. This shit would be 6-0 every team. With fucking U-turn and then support of Quirk Drive. There's like no switch-ins anyways to U-turn boots Koko. It's just 6-0s every team. You just U-turn on the ground types, and then Gliscor is the only thing that can beat you unless you have Terra Blast Ice, which you would end up having on all of your shits. And then, God forbid, people run Specs, Terra, Electric Fairy, etc. Natdex is a different story because Natdex has Z moves, Natdex has everybody back, and Natdex has a different ban list, so it's just completely different. But if Koko's returned, that shit would be OP. Terra is super cheap on some shit like that. That's already strong. Because he already has a move that's boosted by his ability. And then you get a... Shit's whack. That shit would actually be Baby Miraidon. That was a Shiest Encore. Oh, this guy's cooked. That was a big... that was a big cutter. Koko is kept in check by his lack of some coverage. He would get it and go insane. It's not even like you need anything crazy, bro. Just T-Bolt Dazzle. That's all you need. Slow King and all them, they get U-turned on. God forbid you play against fucking Z Wild... Not Z. I can't Z anymore. I forgot about that. But God forbid you play against Wild Charge or whatever. There's always something. Iron Tread stocks are rising. Iron Tread stocks are rising at an absurd rate. Iron Treads is the guy, bro. Everybody fucks with Iron Treads. Everybody fucks with Iron Treads. He's cold, bro. Jolteon LARPed as Koko. Jolteon LARPed Koko this gen with that alluring voice Terra Fairy. They're all LARPing so hard with that shit, bro. I wish I bought Ceruledge stocks. I thought he was a fraud. Well, he was never like a fraud, but there was a time when he wasn't totally the GOAT. But now it's like, bro, when Cheese is in style, it's really hard to fight against Ceruledge. When people are trying to just use whatever bogus strategy and win, Ceruledge is the GOAT of showing up on webs, showing up on screens, showing up on Sun. Why is he all over this bitch? He's an annoying bastard, I tell you. An annoying bastard, I tell you. Why would they give Seru Spadef when he's a weak armor guy? It's a great question. But that Spadef helps a lot. You can set up on fucking like Valiant and shit like that if it's only has Shadow Ball to kill you. Like that shit doesn't kill. The most slept on Gen 9 mons, Hydrapple IMO. Hydrapple's been on the up and up for the last few months though. People love Hydrapple. One of the few consistent Pokemon that can check, Gambit and Zama together. Since you tank +2 Gambit, and you also tank like +6 Zama. Now versus Zama, you just turn Poison type, but yeah. Most slept on is Oinkalone, which is to say, keep sleeping, cause shit ain't real. That shit does not exist. Oinkalone and what's the other guy? What's his kid's name? Lechonk? Those guys are famous because of the video me and Sama gave them. Which isn't even a them. I don't know why I'm saying them. It was one Lechonk. It was one Lechonk. It wasn't even It wasn't even Oinkalone. Lechoink brings me back. Lechoink. Lechoink is crazy. Lechonk. It was a Giraffe Rig video disguised as a Lechonk video. What does Little Cup look like these days in Gen 9 LC? Has that shit become anything cool? Or is that shit memes? I'm sure Mienfu still owns all of their life. Gen 9 mons are so forgettable. I be thinking half of them are Digimons. Low-key, bro, there are a lot of forgettable joints. I agree with you. Like somebody commented about Doxbun earlier today on one of my vids, and I was just like, damn, I forgot about that guy. Bro turned fairy on dragon darts. DD'd up. It's about to get spicy. It's about to get spicy. DD again, DD again, DD again, DD again, DD again. And win the game. Come on. This is an insane team, by the way. This double water shit. Looks over. Oh, you get plus 60 on this. Oh, this is just over. He's gonna roost up and get plus 1 trillion. Oh. I played a Gen 9 LC game and Vullaby was legit unkillable. That shit is busted even in older generations LC. I remember playing a random little cup tournament back in Gen 7. And you know what I used to spam a lot? Watery MZ Wingle. That guy was all the rage. Alright. We've all been here ourselves. Dragonite. 100%. Plus 1 trillion. Plus 1 trillion. DD again, bro. Damn. It's stashed. Thank God he didn't DD again. Missed some dumb shit he did. I think Joe is in game chat. Oh. I think that's CTC on my alt. I'm not sure. I think it's CTC on my alt. That should live plus 3 easily, but that shit did not kill. Damn, this shit is a menace. That was a filthy game. Shout out to Dragonite for doing the same thing for 20 years. Oh man, Dragonite didn't even used to exist back in the day. Gen 8 is when it really started pulling up. Gen 7, it now exists somewhat with this DD Z Fly set, which is really hard to beat. But yeah, I mean, this is the first time this shit really got some shine. Gen 8, I used to really like that Ice Punch EQ Roost DD set. I think that set's really fun. Overall, I've always had a good time working with that shit. Okay. I'm not watching this stall shite. This is a pretty weird team. Nobody's really making any big climb. Like, nobody's past, like, 2050 or anything like that. Let's see. Alright, this guy's taking forever. How's CBB these days? Thanks for asking. I talk to CBB quite a lot still. I think he's doing well. He just be living life, enjoying regular normie shit. Go to work, come home, play games, see family. He be playing Pokemon very occasionally. He only really plays Gen 9 Rambats every now and then, like some fun shit. He doesn't really care for competitive as much. He still watches though. Shout out to CBB though. That's my boy. We always talk about random games still. Gotta shake the hand for whoever animated Make It Rain. It looks so cool when the coins, like the stars and shit. That shit's fun. Malignant Chain got a fire animation? Nah, that's a fact. Malignant Chains is cold. I agree with that. Malignant Chains is actually really dope. At first I thought, why is this Dango using Zap Cannon? It deadass looks like Zap Cannon, right? It literally looks just like Zap Cannon. That's actually true. It literally looks directly like Zap Cannon. You need to play the game called Peak. You sent me that game, right? It's like Getting Over It, but with friends. That shit looks fun as fuck. I'll play that shit any day. I told the guys, let's play that. I said, new rage-inducing game. Let's tap in. Gen 8 Powerball animation, so tough. So tough, well said. Okay. Legends Arceus animations were so tough, bro. Legends Arceus was special. I really did enjoy watching Swave play that in game when I bought it. I need to give it an attempt. At least before Zaza comes out, I gotta play Legends Arceus. Cause a lot of people I know call that their favorite like Pokemon experience in like a decade, playing in game. So many people I know super gas it up. They're always telling me like this is the best shit ever. Legends ZA, or not Legends ZA, sorry, Legends Arceus was like completely fresh air or whatever. Oh look, Dragonite turned into another guy. Oh, how unique. At least Kyurem lives and kills this. Oh, Cleavor. Cleavor is cool. I have a couple of Cleavor videos, actually. And by a couple, I think I have like 2. But Cleavor has always been a favorite of mine. Blunder, do you think D-Knight would be ban-worthy if he had dual wing beat this gen? No. I think it would still use the exact same set it runs now. You gotta remember, stab doesn't matter. This shit turns into a normal type anyway. It wants to turn into a normal type and click E-Speed. That flying shit wouldn't do anything. It still needs Ice Spinner to hit Landorus and Gliscor and all them. And other Dragonite. Every move Dragonite has is mandated. Oh, it's faster than King Gambit. It's crazy. That saved his life. You would probably shoot the computer after getting agile styled. The fucking stylistic shit they have is so funny. Let's see. Yeah, Dragonite has never been a Pokemon that needed the stab move. Dual Wing Beat is nice to have, but it's really just like, just to have a slightly stronger move against Clefable, and then hit, what's the bug guy's name? Vilgax, Buzzwole. Personally, I always liked EQ Ice Punch, because you're always going to play Landorus or Garchomp, and then EQ. Dragonite has never been used without EQ, unless you're fucking crazy. And you run that flamethrower shit. The best normal type in SVOU is Dragonite. Dragonite's the best fairy type, best normal type. That guy's a menace to society. But we need him. After the Roaring Moon ban, aka probably the greatest mistake in tiering history ever. After Roaring Moon got banned, Gen 9 promptly fell off. That's life. Dragonite is now needed more than ever to stop Ogerpon and the rest of them. There's a leak of Pokemon Champions. There will be 300 Mons more or less, and it's the only place for official online battles. Well, I doubt that there's only 300 Pokemon, because that seems too little. And as for it being the only place for official online battles, that would make sense, seeing as Pokemon owns the game. I don't know what else would be considered quote-unquote official. But I mean, I hope we get more Pokemon than 300. I would assume it's going to be like a regular Dexit cut, and we'll get like half, but 300 would be crazy low, man. We have more than 1,000 Mons. You telling me 30% of the Pokemon at launch? Bruh, that is devastating, right? What is the actual amount of Pokemon that are in the game when Gen 8 started? Before Pokemon Home. Sorry, not Gen 8. When Gen 9 started. Do we know how many Pokemon were in the game before the Dex made new Pokemon come? Like Pokemon Home? How many did we get to start off with? 400? Okay. It's a pretty decent amount. Do you think Pokemon Champions will make Showdown less popular? I don't know, bro. I feel like it probably will. I mean, Showdown honestly has its own different stuff that makes it a lot easier and different than Champions is going to be, for sure. You got to understand, going through Champions and using its UI is all going to be Nintendo coded, so it's going to be unusable trash. Even if Champions itself is good, it's going to be awful UI and all that. That's just like a Pokemon Nintendo thing. So Showdown will always have that ease of access thing. But I will say this, and I've said this many times, even if Showdown's easy to use, it's super ugly comparatively. So that's going to be the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing from people who like are deciding should I play I don't know, I just think the comparison is like they're just madly different. Even if it's a battling thing, I think it's going to be so wildly different. You will actually play one of the dumbest life forms you've ever encountered on Pokemon Champions because of the ease of that game. Not to say you haven't played against your fellow bot on Showdown, but you will actually play the dumbest person alive on Pokemon Champions. I can guarantee you that when you start your game, you will play some dude that has truly never even looked up the word Pokemon before. Again, Showdown has its fair share of dumbass bots. That's a fact. But it's obviously more concentrated and more competitive focused and all that, since it's a niche game. That being said, though, I really don't expect it to like super change Showdown. I mean, Showdown has already been going down since the game came out, right? I know Frieza dropped that whole like report he made on Twitter like a year or so ago. He was like, are people playing the gen less? And then he showed that the OU tier gets less games every month, and this generation compared to the last two generations has been super dead. And yeah, I believe it. I mean, dude, the game is not consistently attractive looking. You need every sprite and every guy to be moving and uniform, and then that will have people coming back, because people want to enjoy looking at the game they're playing. Every now and then, I have so much fun just playing some random bullshit game on my PS5. I'm not really a gamer like that. I like playing games occasionally, but I just be watching TV if I do go on my TV. But the point I'm trying to get to is, I'll play the occasional game on my PS5. I'll even play garbage-ass Fortnite. The point is, at least it's something that's visually stimulating. It's something exciting, you know? Showdown cannot feel like a browser game, even if it is, this many years into it. Like, we need an overhaul for show. And I mean, that's what goes with an unpaid game, so it's not like I can really demand all this shit. That was a crazy ice spinner. Damn. Can only look so much at the same looping sprites. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if it's gonna change too much how many people use Showdown, because some people are always gonna love playing on Showdown and the ease of access is always gonna be great. But depending on how easy it is to queue up a game on Champions and get an opponent, that's gonna be the big thing. Because I've never cared too much about the beauty of a game until now. It's not even like Pokemon Showdown used to be beautiful. It's just now I'm like very bored of how it looks. Like, same backgrounds. Again, look at the walking wake on the screen. Shit's not moving. It's just like, come on, bro. Like I want the whole uniform thing. And that's what Champions is gonna give a lot of people. They just want something that looks good. For the people who are super competitive maxing, like me, 99% of the time, Showdown is going to end up being a superior format if you just want to battle, because you're going to get that. You're going to battle, it's going to be fast, it's easy to queue, it's muscle memory. There was months when I only played Showdown on my phone. I got #1 a year and a half ago in Gen 9. I got #1 in OU, and I strictly laddered on my phone on the couch. I would just be chilling, and I was just playing on my phone. Sometimes it's just fun, because Showdown feels like a little portable game every now and then when you play. Laddering on your phone is really fun. I recommend everybody try that. That's like such a fun experience. Champions on phone might be a game changer. Shout out to my GOAT Chimpack for 26 months. Nah, Champions is going to be epic. People will still play on Showdown because, I mean, dude, competitive singles is its own fucking format. You can't just expect everybody to get up and go play fucking VGC that plays on Showdown. There's probably like a fucking 0.05% crossover rate. Like, the average Showdown player does not give a fuck about playing no doubles on their iPhone. The 3v3 BSS, that shit might make a couple people play, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be a huge, like, exodus. But all that being said, there will be a little bit, I think. Because, again, people want to play the new thing. People want to battle. People want... Also, bro, if Champions' ladder is, like, easily accessible to see who's at the top, everybody's going to grind that shit so they can say, I got #1 on the official Pokemon competitive ladder. Bro, that's some real shit. To go around and tell everybody I got #1 in the fucking official Pokemon Bruh, that is some fucking shit. I'm about to go. I'll call myself the world champ then. I'll literally go around and start calling myself the world champ if I get #1 in champions. I'll tell you that right now. I'll literally start calling myself the world champ. Cause fuck it, that's world champ then. So it's the only official ladder that's ever been there. So, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a big ass deal. What they got currently doesn't count. I am the singles world champ already, because I won the biggest singles tournament in the world at the time. That's why I'll be saying that. If there's a paywall for champs, I probably won't pay much of it. I won't play much of it. Plus, official Pokemon rules are annoying. Pokemon rules can be annoying, but I don't think there's going to be a paywall at all. I think it's going to be pretty accessible. I think the only unaccessible part will be maybe getting the mons from your copy of the game, but it should be calm. Do we know if it's a subscription model at all? Hell no, it shit better not be a subscription model. Subscription model's crazy. I doubt it. I mean, we don't have any info, but look, if they're attempting to make a highly accessible battling platform that anybody can just log on and get to battling, then I can guarantee you that it's not going to be too paywalled. Because that goes against what's good for them. They don't want to get stuck in that position. If they make a 2v2 ladder in champions with your friend, I'm on that. That shit would be so fire. But yeah, for me personally, I just want to see something a little more visually stimulating. And champions does not look that crazy from a visual aspect. Battling wise, I said it 100 times. As long as the shit doesn't lag and I don't disconnect playing my opponent, the shit serves its purpose. That's what Showdown's purpose is for me. Battle. I don't even be looking at the fucking game. I'll be looking at the text log, right? Like, as long as I can battle and it doesn't lag out and I have my enjoyable mental martial arts game of Pokemon online, I really don't care. The biggest thing with champions is that we do get that little extra bit, which is the good looking game, good animations. And so that's about, you know, that's about the big deal there. So when Champions comes out, you can guarantee that I'm going to stream a shit ton of it. On the BSS ladder. I mean, I'll play VGC occasionally, but I'm going to be BSS maxing. And I'm going to be taking custom battles, 6v6. So I'm telling you right now, make sure you subscribe to me today. Because when Champions drops, they're going to have 2 ladders. Their BSS singles ladder and their VGC ladder. I'll be damned if I don't get #1 on that BSS 3v3 ladder. It's impossible. I'll be putting every minute in there. I'm going to be grinding out the intricacies. I will be #1 on that 1v1 ladder. I will be. I have to. I have to learn the intricacies of BSS. Hopefully it's not too broken shits. Oh, hell no. 7, 6, 10, 14, 4, 6. That would be 23 versus 24, I believe. We got peak Gen 9 in this bitch. Shout out Georgie in the chat. Shout out my goat Microwell as well. I see all the OGs. Shout out my boy Kuzan in the chat. Aditya. Mew Mew. I see a lot of OGs. Sylvestron. How's everybody doing? My boy GG in the chat. What's good, yo? Blunder on the BSS ladder. Are you going to be Zardwine maxing or D9 maxing? We're going to be G maxing. But we need Gen 10 in this bitch. We need Gen 10, bro. To stop all this. Ooh. This is a crazy team I saw. It's like Heavy Duty Boots, Sandy Shocks, and some other crazy guys. Gen 10 gonna be the new fling mechanic where fling is like a universal Z move. You a big fling guy? Why did he stay in there? Bro had a whole shock, so why did he stay in? When am I streaming Fortnite? I haven't streamed in about a month, right? I mean, I can stream it, but you gotta mentally prepare yourself for straight L's. Straight L's, no W. Because when it comes to that and I haven't played Fortnite in a month plus. Not to say that rust is real, in the sense that I'm gonna be bad even with playing Fortnite a lot and being familiar, but still waiting on that Uma Musume Part 2. Oh my goodness. That horse girl game. I did feed the streets with that shit. I definitely did feed the streets with that shit. They added a Labubu. Yo, when the Blunder Labubu comes out, are we copping? Are we copping that shit? I hope we're tapping in. When my Labubu drops, everybody's gonna know my name. All right, they gonna know my name. That's some real shit I just said. That's some real shit I just said. Think about that for a second. Chew on that for a bit. We will not be there. Not me, brother. No. Alright, my bad. When the Blunder Labubu drops, that means the agency has been fucking burned down. Holy cow. Can I purchase it with Shice Coin? Yes. No, Shice Coin went to 0. Sorry. Shice Coin unfortunately went to 0. It was a crazy rug pull that we didn't intend to be involved with, but you know what they say, shit gets shiced, and Shice Coin was next. Blund Boo Boo is absolutely freakazoid. Yeah, you gotta go. We gotta get you out of here. Thank goodness I had Dondozo for a bozo. If shit gets shiced. Spin on ghost type. That was a beautiful era of music. Spin on ghost type. Predict Terralize, read your whole life. Chat, was that beautiful music? I think that was almost as far as it goes. Beautiful music. When that dropped. That was truly gorgeous. You guys gave me all this list of good Pokemon. Got me wanting to record some new Showdown lives. I'm the only one in chat that doesn't know what a Labubu is. Bro, you're not missing much. You are really not missing much, bro. That shit. You're not missing much, gang. Don't worry. Labubus are like government psyops. They're not real. They need to ban Zamazen to fuck that guy. This shit's busted, bro. That what's it called was crazy. The Terra Fairy banded Zamazenta we saw earlier. That O-code the Terra D Knight. I was shocked. I was super shocked. It's a Thursday, I'm off. No, you better turn your shit back on. You better turn your swag back on, buddy. You know what would stop Zama? Aegislash? You're not wrong. I mean, my sub crunch would still be able to bypass, but I would be getting off good damage with the Aegislash. can I query why Alomomola isn't the evolved form of Love Disc, please? How am I supposed to know, boss? I could put in a call for you, though. Hopefully attempt to find out. I'm sorry that that's the case, though, bro. I'm truly sorry. Do something about it. You want me to go to HQ? You want me to go to HQ and get active? Let my Love Disc hold that Eviolite and dominate OU 4500 elo. You might be the first dude to hit 4500 elo is absolutely outrageous. Enough. Let's see. Alright, chat. Well played, 1-4 speed ties. I'd be mad too. Wait, this guy's a Dondozo. Why did he sack into Cinderace? I would have said the same thing. This guy got mad. You're the one with the Dondozo. Alright. Been there myself. What's the highest elo you've ever seen? I don't know, man. I'm assuming 2200 or 2300. I don't know. Doesn't only the last speed tie matter? Why say 4? It's well said. Only the last speed tie does matter. Blender, big fan of the vids. Thanks for the vids coming oftenly. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying. Keep watching. Keep commenting all that good shit. We're having a great time out here. I'm gonna keep posting as much as I can, as long as I don't forget my YouTube password. Oh my god, my boy J Swan in the chat. Been so long since I caught a stream, bro. It's actually been so long since I seen you in a stream, bro. Man, J Swan, what's up? I have not seen you in a stream in fucking giga eons, bro. Hope you've been well. But yeah, as for the highest OU elo, it's probably like 2300 maybe. I know Ranbats gets up to giga high. Every single person's Ting Lu maxing. We need to change something up on this ladder. I need to help people out. They've lost their mind. All they want to do is stall max. What have we done? Chad, what would you want to come back from Gen 8 or Gen 7 that we no longer have? What do you think would save? But think about something underrated. I'm not talking about Ferrothorn and Tangrowth and shit. Like, what else? Oh, Pursuit for sure. Pursuit for sure would have been great. Blacephalon? Aegislash. We did discuss Aegislash. Aegislash would fix a lot. Damn, that shit got too many boosts. Shout out to GG, man. Appreciate the big dono. Next collab with Shoku when? That boy back on the YouTube streets? Is that so? Has he been posting? Bro, you gotta tell him, because me, Joey, Shofu and Peso Pete did a funny ass FFA for Shofu's channel like 2-3 months ago. But Shofu never posted that shit. So you gotta get on him about that. You gotta tell him we need to see the files, bro. We need to see the... We need to see that footage. Big shouts to Shofu. I didn't know he's posting. What's he posting? Posted OU? Posted Showdown ladder? What does Shofu even be playing these days? But yeah, I'll hit him up. I'll do it. I'd be more than happy to record with Shofu. He's always fun to record with. Even if he don't even be playing mons like that anymore, he's always a joy. Oh, I see he's been streaming the last 5 days. What the fuck? Damn. That's pretty shite. I didn't know he'd back to it. He back to the grind. I see this Pokemon Unbound. Shit. That's what's up. Nah, I'm gonna have to tap in though. Pokemon Unbound, I know a lot of you guys say that's like your favorite game. I never played that shit. It was too much, what's it called? What's it called? It was too much lore. But the funniest thing that Shofu ever uploaded was when he posted this Pokemon Reborn playthrough or whatever, and he would do a freestyle in the beginning of every video. But it wasn't some weak ass like 3-4 bars. He would have like 16 bars. And that shit would be mad funny. And he would freestyle before every single video. Like at the beginning. And I remember thinking, yes, this is the funniest shit ever. Like, nah, he's tough. Real funniest thing was Blair Bitch Project. I still know all the lyrics to that shit. That's such a deep cut that maybe 1% of those on the internet even like know what that shit is. Nah, this not the Blair Witch Project. This the Blair Bitch Project. Ah! Holy shit. Fucking Blair Bitch Project. I can't even fucking recite the lyrics I remember because it's just it's beyond inappropriate. With the Jeremy Lin thumbnail picture, yes. 1% of internet users, not 1% of internet users. I mean 1% of like my viewers. Terra Ghost Stack Attacka. Stack Attacka with that Gyro Ball re-unlocked. I'm rocking Terra Steel, baby. I'm taking 30%. 20% from Gliscor EQ. I'm doing 200 back with Gyro. Like straight up, that's the type of damage I'd probably be doing. That's still 100 million people chief. Forgot. Forgot I had the whole world in my hand. Alola Whack would actually shit on these people. I gotta call Cap, bro. How is Alola and Whack good into any of these Pokemon here? That shit loses 1v1 to every mon here, except for Iron Crown. As for this team, it beats Corviknight, so I'll give you that. But we gotta be realistic. Alola Whack is cool, but that shit was always bad. Would Pharaoh make Rain viable in Gen 9? It would absolutely help. I don't think Rain is unviable. It's not like a premier style if you're going to use like a weird, like, quote-unquote cheese style, but that was a crazy U-turn to kill your own Corv. I mean, yeah, this guy loses now. Attacking on Cutter to the dick. Is Sun the best cheese style? It's good, but I think they're all pretty solid. I don't know what's the best. Sun is pretty good. I think Screens is better. Because Veil is one click. I think Veil is actually the easiest to win with. But I rate all of them pretty high. Like Webs is solid. Trick Room is also solid. People are just bad with Trick Room, but Ursaluna is legitimately broken if you're not bad. So You just have to get literally 2 turns right, which is the Facade turn on the Levitating Mon and the Headlong Rush on the Steel Mon. That's like the only play you have to know. So Trick Room, and I also like thought about it, and in my videos in the past that I've like uploaded, I've always had really strong performances with Pursuit. Like that shit has always done its job for me. Pursuit has always like really cooked. So sorry, not Pursuit. What was I just saying? Not Pursuit. Fucking Trick Room. I don't know why I started. Somehow I think I saw the word Pursuit. My bad. But Trick Room. Sorry, Trick Room has always done a lot for me. Ursaluna's good. Even semi-Trick Room. Dude, it's because the Pokemon on Trick Room nowadays are so good at getting up Trick Room. Cresselia, Hatterene. Hatterene's the go to this shit. You don't need to run any of the old shit. Bro, back in the day, you had to run Porygon 2 with Trick Room, Teleport, like just nonsensical shit. You know what I mean? But all of that bullshit is gone now. Like nobody's, like all that weird shit is done. Let's see. What is this fucking tough ass background music? I'm not enjoying this. It's just too tense for me. This is chill. This is a tough song. Alright. I think I'm going to wrap up the stream for today here. I might stream again at night Egglock, or I'll post this finals megas to highlighter video. Either way. Thank you all for watching. I'll try and stream this again tomorrow for more OU fun stuff. Leave a like. If we get 300 likes on this VOD, we're at 260 likes at the moment. If we hit 300, I'll post the final episode of Megas to Highlighter in the next half an hour. But we gotta hit 300 likes. We're only at 260. Alright. Thank you for watching.